Who here has a memory in their childhood where they went to the lake with their family to go fishing? Some of my favorite pastimes was going out to the lake and competing to fish with my sisters. Now, it wasn't always about who caught the biggest fish, but it was about the experience that we had together as a family. Now, it wasn't that until I was older until I understood that fishing just wasn't a sport or having a good time. It also benefited me in the long run. It made me who I am today. In an article out of the Oklahoman, Carlo Meadows describes fishing as a learning tool that kids can learn to be prepared, have discipline, have a can-do attitude, and learn from their mistakes. Now, fishing is a good pastime, but it promotes a genuine mindset of the children's future. Now, there's 3 benefits that involve fishing. The first is that fishing teaches children the importance of the environment. Now, fishing can help kids be aware of the rules and regulations that are in the different lakes, ponds, and streams around the areas. A writer from the Gimpy Times notes, knowing how to identify and measure are very important tools to learn while fishing. I remember it was early on this year that my family and I took a trip to New Mexico. And at a lake in Eagle's Nest, there's a certain type of fish called the garfish. And if you caught one of these fish, you were supposed to keep it. It wasn't a natural fish to the area. It was introduced illegally, and they're trying to get rid of it. Now, a third benefit from fishing is that kids get out of the house and away from technology. Now, kids these days are glued to cell phones, video games. They're all over the internet and on social media, whereas they can get out and enjoy the environment, become more proactive people in society. Author David Trinka from Lima News describes the life's lessons he learned while fishing. He learned patience, to enjoy nature, and to relax fully. My son's attitude changed dramatically once we started fishing on a regular basis. He was always hyper, energetic, and he never really enjoyed much activity. But once we started fishing, he started to mellow out and just begging to go to the lake. Now, some kids do get out, but they do it in a negative way. Author Matt Flynn from the Northern Territory newspaper quotes fishing personality Rex Hunt in that fishing kept kids off drugs and streets and was an immense benefit and made them an immense benefit to society. And finally, the third benefit is that it builds strong relationships with family. When I was at the lake with my family, it seemed like all our problems were set aside. All the day-to-day struggles, lives, all went away when we were at the lake. Dad and I would sit around and talk about just anything that was going on, whether it be current events, all the way up to what kind of fishing lures were the best. Now, as a parent, I understand the stresses of life. I understand that people stress over money and bills and whether they're going to eat the next day. But finding something in common with kids, your kids, is a great way to bond. David Krantz of the Northern Territory News summarizes his article with, "This investment of your time will pay off in the long track." In conclusion, not every kid will take away the benefits of fishing, but for the parents out there, why not try to find a way to interact and get into your kids' lives? Why not try to benefit them? If our kids become contributors to society, then we as parents have succeeded in raising the next generation.